Hi, I'm back. So I put on my things that I found in the attic. I've got my wig, I've got my top with the fringing. I'm not quite Dolly Parton enough, sorry, but I do the best with what I've got. Took my glasses off, a little bit of makeup. I don't know that made a lot of difference either, but hey, a little bit of lippy. You've got to keep your standards up. And I need one more thing, and I've got a hat here, my cowboy hat. And there we go. We're quite country and western now. So I need one more thing. I need a guitar. And I don't actually play guitar. I'm really musically challenged, as you're about to find out. But when I was a kid, I used to make a guitar out of a shoebox. So here we go. I've got a guitar here, properly themed, I thought. And I cut a little slot in here in the end, and I put an old ruler in. Now this ruler used to belong to my husband when he was a kid, got passed on to our daughter. It's fairly imperial, and it's got look, you can see all the scenes of New Zealand, and these are all the places. There's a Christchurch Cathedral there, sorry, that's gone. And but all these other places that we might be able to go and visit someday. Hopefully sooner rather than later. And rubber bands. They should really go the other way around, but I didn't have longer rubber bands. So I'm making the best of this, and a little cable tie to hold it on with. So kids love these. In fact, our kids loved them so much that when they were about, they might have been about 4 and 6, I think, or 3 and 5 at the time, they fought over the shoebox guitar, and it was like, mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine. And they were a little bit trying. I think it was a wintry day and we were stuck inside, a bit like possibly what you're doing now. And I actually lost it. And I grabbed the shoebox guitar because that was better than grabbing the children. I grabbed the shoebox guitar and I said, it's mine. And I ripped it apart and I stomped on it in front of them. It was not my best moment as a mother. And I still remember their little shocked faces. And so they are indelibly scarred. And whenever I mention the shoebox guitar, now they're adults, they laugh. I'm glad they can still laugh about it. So the reason why I dressed up is because I've got a little song that I want to sing you. And I have done this before with a bit of stand-up comedy. Years and years ago, I used to do stand-up just locally around Wellington. I don't know whether it was that funny, but I enjoyed it anyway. It's a good challenge and great public speaking experience. So this particular song is a bit of a country and western sort of theme. And I was getting dressed up one night to go out and do my stand-up, and I had the wig on, and I had the guitar, and my daughter had her friends staying over. They were about 11 at the time. And she said, so what are you doing, Fifi? And I said, well, I'm going out to go to a bar, and I'm going to tell some jokes. And she said, and play the guitar? I said, well, not very well. I had a little ukulele at the time. And she said, and she said, and you wear the wig? And I said, yes, I do. She said, so you go out to a bar and you sing and you play jokes, tell jokes. And she said, in front of a whole load of people? And I said, yes. And she said, my mum's a nurse. And I just want to say that comedy's really good right now, bit of fun, but hey, big hats off to all the nurses and the medical staff right now, because man, you are doing your job of a lifetime, and thank you. So I'm going to sing this little song that I wrote as a poem for Next magazine back in the day, and it's called Grocery Shopping Blues, and it harks back to a time when we used to be able to go to the supermarket. Doesn't that seem like a long time ago now? And we could all squish up together, and we went at peak o'clock, and life was very different in such a short time. So anyway, think back, enjoy, and I'll attempt to sing, and sorry if I'm totally off key, because I will be. Right. Well, if there is a heaven, then the opposite must be. Stuck inside the supermarket, buying stuff for tea. It's 5 to 6 already, and the queue is 30 deep. My frozen goods have liquefied, my legs have gone to sleep. Well, the only thing that's stopping me from abandoning my trolley is the 6-year-old I brought along now sucking on a lolly. He swiped it from the bulb bin as we trundled past the coffee, and his pockets fairly bulging with its contraband of toffee. I tried to get it from him while the other shoppers stared, but he ran off screaming, "Help me! I don't know her, and I'm scared." Well, if I could find the manager, I'd stick him in my shoes, and I'd sing him all 6 verses of my grocery shopping blues. Also, thank you to all the supermarket staff and all the managers and everybody on the shop floor. We can't do without you, and we'll try and behave.